Welcome to Heaven's Kitchen with 2 hens and a chick with a bun in the oven.
We're making a healthy blueberry crumb cake with low saturated fat. With nice few first ingredients, we've got low-fat buttermilk, flaxseed, and oat bran. It's going to be great.
So we're just going to add the first 3 ingredients. We have a cup of low-fat buttermilk, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar, white sugar, and then we have a 1/2 cup of ground flaxseed. We're just going to put those in there. We can keep going. We also have a 1/2 cup of oat bran, high in fiber, and also applesauce.
1/2 cup of applesauce. Oh, here you go.
Thank you. Sure.
Get it in there, girl.
Yes, ma'am.
And from there, we're going to put in 2 eggs. And we'll measure out some canola oil. And that's 2 tablespoons.
What's particularly great about this recipe is it is heart healthy. We added, as you can remember, that yellow golden flaxseed. It is so great for your heart health. It has omega-3 fatty acids, so that's a super great ingredient. Also, we've cut out a lot of the butter and oil that you would normally have. Normally a recipe like this would have, 1/2 a stick of butter or something like that, or a whole stick of butter. But instead of that, the flaxseed actually is an oil-based kind of product, but it's a healthy oil, so that's going to compensate for the lack of butter. And we added applesauce, another ingredient that again adds the moisture but without all that butter and saturated fat. Because by the way, did you know that a tablespoon of butter has 7 grams of saturated fat? Not so good. Not so good for your heart. So next we're going to add some of the spices and some of the other ingredients that are the dry ingredients to measure. For instance, 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We're also going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. That adds so much great flavor to this blueberry crumb cake. So let's add that in. And then we're going to add a teaspoon of salt, and then we're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So there you go, pretty easy. And then we're going to add the flour in just a moment. And by the way, you're probably wondering what kind of calorie count we have for this crumb cake that's going to feel so good, so sinful. It's going to feel that way, but it's not. It's actually heavenly because we're in Heaven's Kitchen. It's only 326 calories per large slice of this crumb cake and only 1.8 grams of saturated fat. So super heart healthy and huge pieces. Did I say huge pieces? Huge pieces. I like that.
We just mixed all of those ingredients, and that's what it looks like before the flour. So now I'm going to add that 3 cups of flour, 1 cup at a time. That looks good. So right now we're going to add in the blueberries. And the blueberries are full of antioxidants, and they're wonderful brain food. And I just can't get enough of them. And my brain's still dead. So here we go.
All right, so now we are going to take our wonderful blueberry crumb cake and we are going to put it into a pan.
13 by 9.
13 by 9 pan. We're gonna attempt to get it all in there. Now, we also have a crumb topping. Now, in this, we have a cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of unbleached flour, and then 2 tablespoons of butter. And you melt the butter into the brown sugar and the bleached flour. And then what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll it up. And then we are going to slip it into the oven for exactly 45 to 50 minutes, depending on your oven. And we're gonna heat it at 350, okay?
That was today's yummy recipe for blueberry crumb cake. But today's recipe for living is found in
Philippians 4:13.
For I can do all things in Christ who strengthens me.
We're 2 hens and a chick with a bun in the oven. See you next time in Heaven's Kitchen.
Woohoo!